So you're thinking about moving to Dallas? Today we're going to give you 5 tips of things you need to know about Dallas to fit in like a local.
Hi guys, I'm Jason West.
And I'm Erin West. And we relocated to the Dallas area about 10 years ago with our family and our little dog Maddie. And we have West Realty Team, and we help families relocate to the area and move within the Dallas area every single day. So if you're even thinking about moving to the Dallas area, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a smoke signal, or even an email. We'd love to talk to you.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified every time we drop a video.
So we thought it would be fun to shoot a little video for you telling you 5 things that you need to know before you move to Dallas so that you're not totally confused and can feel more like a local. Okay, so when I moved to Dallas, there was one thing that was super confusing to me, and it's that the roads have 2 names actually. So sometimes you don't even know what people are talking about.
Sometimes 3.
Sometimes 3 or more, yes. So when someone would say on Central, I didn't even know, what is Central? Well, Central is 75. I knew that as Highway 75. 2 names. Central is 75. Sam Rayburn Tollway is also known as 121. D&T, also known as Dallas North Tollway, also known as the Tollway, is another crazy road with a lot of different names. And then let's see, 635. 635 is also called LBJ. So sometimes you don't know where someone is if you're not in this area, from this area. You're not like really quite sure what they're even talking about. And you're like, oh yeah, I do know that road.
And don't forget about George Bush.
Oh, George Bush.
George Bush
yes.
is a tollway, and it is at one end, it's 190, South Highway 190, and at one end, it's South Highway 161.
Okay,
Crazy.
so 3 names. And it might be called George Bush or the Turnpike or George Bush Turnpike.
Mm-hmm.
How do we even know
It's
where we're
crazy.
going?
No wonder people get confused, but you get to learn all this stuff once you're here. It all makes sense. So.
And even though there are lots of tollways, so that is one thing you need to know, there are toll roads that help pay for all the infrastructure here. If someone is referring to the tollway, even though there's a lot of tollways, that would be Dallas North Tollway. So there's your first tip. So one great thing about the area, because we do have so many major highways, is you don't always have to live right where you're working. I mean, now a lot of people are working from home anyway, but if you do still commute, you really can live in lots of different areas and still make it to your workplace, in a timely manner. So like, we live in the suburbs of Dallas, and we can be downtown. I can be in Dallas in less than 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and we're in the far north suburbs. So.
It really is surprising to some people think that you have to be right near general area of your workplace or things like that, but really there's so many ways to get places. Yeah, there is traffic, but there's so many ways to get places. I would really try to live where you really want to live, because commuting wise is not normally as bad as you might think.
Yeah, and the tollway, so the tolls are paid for. You do pay for those. So your commute, you do have to budget a little bit for tolls if you plan on taking the tollways. The advantage of a tollway or a toll road is that you can usually get to your destination faster than taking like 75, also known as Central, to your location, just depending on where you are. So our second tip for the Dallas area is sports. We love sports. People are football crazy here. I don't know if football is big where you live, but in North Texas, it is definitely a legit big deal. So all the way from like small kids, obviously, to professional Dallas Cowboys. Friday Night Lights, so I don't know if you're familiar with the movie, book, Friday Night Lights, that's actually about Texas football.
West Texas.
West Texas. Jason knows about that. He
From in high school.
That's what that book was
I'm
about.
a graduate.
So that's West Texas. North Texas, we still have Friday night football. That is a big thing in most cities around here. It's very competitive. Kids grow up playing football. So if your kid's interested in football, this is definitely a great place.
And just to give you an idea how big of a deal football is around here, the city of Allen in our area is about 104,000 population, and they spent $60 million on a stadium. In our area, Prosper, Texas, there's like only 9,500 people. It's planning to grow quite a bit, but 9,500 people currently, and they spent $48 million on a stadium. So we love our football, as you can see.
For sure. So Friday, if you need something to do, go hit a local high school football game.
Not to mention all the pro sports. I mean, you've got the Mavericks, the Dallas Stars for hockey, and Texas Rangers, and obviously the Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys. So let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys a little bit. So if you have another team, okay, that's cool. You're probably moving here for somewhere else. You probably have a sports team that you like. That's okay. We'll take you. Come on in. We're all good. But in Texas, it's like this weird thing. Like everybody, you just have to like the Cowboys. But so
But you won't. A lot of people, you'll think that they aren't Cowboys fans because we're all complaining about the Cowboys,
Yes.
but we're actually fans.
Yes. They love
crazy.
to love the Cowboys, and they love to complain about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but okay, Dallas, Texas, obviously Cowboys, but the Cowboys are referred to as
America's team.
America's team.
America's team. And nobody likes that other than Dallas fans.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Why is that? Why do they call it
Well, in the
America's team?
70s, they had a highlight film that a guy just said that basically the Cowboys are as familiar to fans as the president and movie stars. They're America's team, and then it just stuck. And then everybody just started calling them America's team, and everybody hates that other than the Cowboys and the Cowboys fans.
Gotcha. So you can have whatever team you want, but you just have to support America's team somewhere in there. Okay, y'all. Now, this is the tip that is going to blow your mind. When people move here from other areas and they start speaking of football, like at homecoming, we have these things called mums. And yes, you're probably familiar with like mums that you plant in your front yard or in your garden. Not that kind of mum. So mums are these ginormous fixtures that girls wear to homecoming, to the parades, to the games, and it's a huge deal. It's big. So like check out this picture here. You can see like all the way down from teeny tiny mums for the little ones and to ginormous mums that pretty much take over your entire body.
I mean, you'll see girls at the football game or at school when they're wearing the mums, and they're honestly, seriously leaning to one side because they weigh like 20 plus pounds sometimes. I mean, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It gets a little nuts. So the mums are actually like I guess for the homecoming dance, the girls are for the parades and things for homecoming events. The girls have their mums and the guys have their garters, and that is like the exchange that happens there. So some moms, if you're a Pinterest mom or a crafty mom, kudos to you. You will rock a mum. I am not a Pinterest mom, so I will be buying mums because they get a little too crazy. So that's the thing, like people, when they move here, they're totally confused by mums, but it is a big deal.
Yes, it is.
Literally.
And the guys get out easy because it's very inexpensive, and the girls, it's a ton of money that they spend on these mums.
Yeah, they are expensive. So get ready, get your pocketbook out for the mums. Okay, tip number 4, we say y'all.
Quite a bit.
That's just what we say. So some places say, we've had some clients that relocated from the north and they say, "Use guys," which sounds really cool. Like you probably say it better than I do.
Use guys.
Use guys. Yeah, I love
Coffee.
that. Yes. I love that.
Coffee.
Nope, we just have our southern draw and we say y'all. We say y'all for everything.
Park the car.
Hey y'all, what are y'all doing? How are y'all? That's totally normal. You don't have to break it up into you all. You're probably gonna sound a little bit awkward if you do, actually. It's okay, but it's totally fine to say y'all.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so it's like use guys, that's what they say up north. And then the other things like our northern clients, we love this. How do you say, what were our clients giving you a hard time about? How do you say roof?
Roof.
Roof. You say roof.
Roof.
I say roof.
Roof.
Roof. How do you say it?
Roof.
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 Roof. So when
She busted out laughing about that.
no, she's like, it is a roof. But
It's a roof. It's a roof.
But do you call it a roofer?
No,
Roofer?
I'm not gonna say a rougher.
A roofer?
I'm
No, you
gonna
call it
say a
roofer.
roofer.
You call it roofer.
But if it's
a roof.
about the roof, it's the roof.
So there's a little Texas slang in there.
Oh, and there's other things like, my kids give me a hard time about this. Like, most people say Wednesday. I say Wednesday. Thursday. Mosquito.
So just take the word, you can chop the end of it off and just call it what you want. But it's totally okay and totally normal to say y'all.
Yep.
So if you want to fit in like a local, hey y'all. When you come to Texas, we'll say, welcome to Texas, y'all. And tip number 5, you absolutely cannot talk about Texas without talking about barbecue. Everybody loves barbecue here. Barbecue is definitely a thing. We have barbecue from mom and pop shops to food trucks to chain restaurants. And I don't know, it's Texas barbecue, y'all. It's different. So I don't know, like Memphis, do you like Memphis barbecue?
I don't really, and they say that there's just a difference in the way they cook it.
Yeah, and I know like Memphis
Texas cook it with more fat, and
Okay.
that's the flavor that you get.
Yes.
Say so.
I like lean brisket personally. I don't like fatty brisket.
I like a mixture.
But you can get all kinds of stuff, even healthier stuff. Like I like the smoked chicken or turkey. That's healthy. And when we go on date nights, we, can get salads too. But you're definitely gonna get barbecue, even on your salad or on your baked potato. Barbecue is a real thing. So I know like Memphis barbecue, I think it's like a little tangier. Ours is kind of spicy. Sometimes you can even get the sweet, spicy or sweet sauce, but barbecue is a big deal. Actually, so in Salina, one of our favorite places, Tender Smokehouse was rated number 2 on Yelp out of the entire nation for barbecue. So we got barbecue going on down here.
Yes.
And then if you need another place, if you want to check out another local place, we love Hutchins Barbecue. They have a location in Frisco and McKinney, and Tender Smokehouse has one in Salina and Frisco. Great barbecue if you want to support local.
Yep.
And then Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex, also a big deal about food here. So there are Tex-Mex restaurants everywhere. And again, from local restaurants to chains to food trucks, you'll see it all. And then, in Texas, we just kind of combine our favorite things. So you're either going to see a combination of barbecue Tex-Mex.
Mexican food with barbecue options also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have brisket tacos, you have brisket enchiladas. I mean, if one is good, why not combine them both?
Yep.
Make 2 good things into one.
Yep.
So definitely check out barbecue spots, some Tex-Mex spots, salsa and chips. I mean, I don't even know how you stop eating those until you die, but definitely something to check out while you're in there. So there's your 5 fun tips about what you need to know when you're moving to Dallas.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified every time we put out another video.
Yep, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a smoke signal or an email. We'd be happy to talk to you and connect and answer any questions you have about the area. We'll catch you next time.